Hi, my name's Lindsay Markham. I'm the training manager for Avolites, and today we're going to have a look at recording and editing cue lists. So, we start by using the record cue list function key. Your command line will then ask you to select a playback handle to record a cue list. You can record your cue lists either on the dedicated playback faders in the bottom left hand corner of the console or the preset faders at the top of the console. We'll use a dedicated playback fader today. Select your playback using the blue key, and then you're ready to start setting up and recording your cues. I'll set up my first look. Once you've set up your first look, you can choose between record by mask, record by channel, or record by fixture as your record mode, and then you can record the cue either by pressing soft key A, append cue, or you can press the blue key of the playback. Then we can set up what our second step will look like. And choose A, append cue 2. You also have the option either at the beginning or partway through to change your default delay and fade time, and this will just set a delay and or fade time that every step will have once it's recorded, and you can edit that at a future that is. So from this point onwards we go into default delay fade and opt for a fade time of 2 seconds. We'll see that apply from step 2 onwards. So append cue 2. I'll set up my third look. Append cue 3. And my fourth and final look. And append cue 4. Once you've finished recording all of your cues, you can hold down Shift and press up to exit yourself out of the Record Cue List menu, clear your programmer, and then to activate your list for the first time we can activate it on your fader. That will bring cue 1 to being your next cue. The blue key will then trigger cue 1. You can now continue to use the blue key as a go key if you wish, but you also have the option to connect your list to one of the cue stack and chase control areas. To do that, press connect for either cue stack and chase control A or B, and then press the blue key of the list you wish to connect. You can now use the red go key of the cue stack and chase control area. So that's our list recorded at its most basic. To edit your cue list, you can use the cue stack and chase control area. If you get to a cue that you wish to change, so say you want to edit cue 2, I have cue 2 live, I can make whatever changes I want. For example, I can remove the gobo and put a colour in its place. And then I choose record step from the cue stack and chase control area. Your command line then asks you to input a cue number, but it does default to the live cue. So if it is the live cue you want to edit, all you need to do now is simply press enter to confirm that record. It will then ask you to merge or replace those two cues. I'll go for merge because all I want to do is change my gobo for my colour. And then clear your programmer. If I now jump to cue 1, which I can do using the go to key, so I can say go to, type in 1 and press A, press to cut to live. Then if I hit go to go to cue 2, you can see the edit has taken place. To edit timings for your cue list, simply use the Set Times option on soft key A. Choose your cue list using its blue key, and you'll find yourself in the familiar Set Times menu. The console will always start you off from the live queue, so it's starting us off from Q2 right now. You'll find familiar options like delay, fade, fixture overlap, fade out, set IPC GBS times, attribute times and fixture order, all options you will have used on static queues before. You will also have start from last queue percentage so that you can overlap the previous queue with the next queue. What you'll find in playback options are the more queue list specific items. So for example, if we want an auto follow on queue, I turn the link on of the queue that I want to trigger without the go key. So if I wish to hit go for Q2, Q2 to play, and then Q3 to automatically fire, I would turn the link on for Q3. We'll change Q2 to Q3 by saying I select Q, 3 enter, and then I can turn my link on. Shift and up to exit. If I now say go to 1, press to cut to live to snap us back to the beginning, I can press go for Q2, Q2 will play, and then as soon as it's complete, Q3 plays. It will then wait for my go command for Q4 because Q4 is still a link off step. If I go into set times for our queue list once more, we'll go into playback options again and take a look at auto load. Auto load allows you to remotely trigger an external playback from within your list. So I'm going to trigger chase 84 from step 4. So to do so, I say select queue, 4, enter, soft key B, auto load, and it will ask me to select a playback to auto load from the list. I choose chase 84 by pressing the blue key, and it will appear in your command line on the right hand side. Shift and up once again exits us from the screen, and if I say go to 1, press to cut to live, we can hit go once more, see Q2 automatically follow into Q3, and then when I hit go for Q4, we'll not only get Q4, but we have our dimmer chase automatically loaded. As soon as you progress on to another step that doesn't contain an auto load for that chase will stop. If we take another trip into set times for our queue list, into